Hello. Howdy doody, everybody. Oh, no, that's bad. Never saying that again. Never saying that again. I apologize profusely. I am so sorry, chat. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing... I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for your patience from, what was it? Thursday? I've had a really, really rough week. I've had a really, really rough last week and a half. Just work has... I haven't been able to go to work just because my mental has been absolutely destroyed. But... Oh?
13 months strong.
Hello? Tonka! Thank you so much! Thank you so much for the thingamajig. I can't think of the word. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for the sub. For the resub. 13 months. Over a year now. That's incredible. You've also made me realize that there's something I have to troubleshoot here. And I don't understand it. I'm very confused as to why this is happening. Monitoring device. Okay, what if it was this? Okay, I'm gonna try a couple of weird things. So just give me 1 second to figure it out. Troubleshoot something break. For some reason, the notifications that come, like the resub notifications, the stream elements notifications, come through my speakers and not my headphones. So I'm trying to figure out how I can solve that problem. But how are you, Tonka? How you doing today? It's not a massive monitor and output. Nope, it's still coming out of my speakers. How do we make it not come out of my speakers? Is something to break? It wasn't me. It wasn't you. It was not you. It was in no way you. Because this is something that was already... How about this? Bing bong. Bing bong? No. What is happening? Be like this? Hello. Bing bong? Bing bong. No, that's not working either. Bing bong? Can you hear? I can't even hear myself anymore. Is everything alright? One of my desktop audio is my mic is... I'm gonna mute that because you can hear my voice twice, I think, now. What is happening? I'm very confused. You went Christmas shopping the other day? Yeah, you heard me twice. You did hear me twice. Something happened there, and I'm very confused. I have to Google this. OBS audio output through speakers, not headphones. Yeah, what? Disable all audio from your settings. No, I don't think that's... Anyway, Christmas shopping. What did you buy? What did you buy for your Christmas shopping? Properties. Device. Yeah, this is the right device that... Input. Doing fantastic. I remember to stay hydrated. I'm trying. I don't drink a lot of water. I understand that that's a problem. But... maybe disable that? Oh god. OBS breaks? No? I am trying to stay hydrated. I'm not very good at drinking water. Drinking water is one of my biggest weaknesses. But, okay, output. Audio. No, that's not a problem. Why is my audio the problem? Monitoring device. Apply that. Oh! Oh, I did it! Oh, fuck, I did it! Okay, I can hear myself through my own microphone. Okay, which probably means that I can hear every other OBS notification through my, not through my microphone, through my headset. Okay, we're fixed! But thank you so much, Tonka. You bought a bunch of toys for some tiny Aww! You have a little kids in your family? That's adorable. I have a very small family. It's just my mother and me, 99% of the time. But, I don't think I have anyone under the age of, like, 9 in my outer family. And even then, they're too far away in family for us to, like, give presents. And we're not close enough geographically to actually go visit them or them visit us a lot. We're a weird, our distant family is a little weird and a little complicated. But our, just the immediate family is just me and my mum. Just us two. And you're probably gonna buy a skateboard for me. Ooh, that's fun. That sounds fun as hell. Skateboard, I bought myself my Christmas present already. My Christmas present to myself was, Mario Kart. The Mario Kart game for the Switch. I'm gonna open it now. And just realized that I haven't even, opened it from, like, the plastic. That it's, like, the plastic wrapping that it's in. But yeah, Mario Kart is one of the games that I've had on my list for ages. But Switch games are fucking expensive. Like, especially, like, not all Switch games in general are expensive, but Nintendo, like, licensed and created Switch games. Do you like the ASMR of this plastic wrapping? Is that fun in your ears? I bet it's not. I bet it's hell. But I bought Mario Kart, and I'm excited, because Mario Kart looks really fun. I've never played a single Mario Kart in my entire life, so this is actually going to be my first ever Mario Kart game. I've never played Mario Kart. I've played a Crash Bandicoot racing game, and I've played... Oh! Tonka! Thank you so much! This was your first time doing the Make an Entrance. It's really cool. I love that. I love that, Redeem. It's one of the things I'm proud of. I'm proud of a lot of, like, little things that I make and implement into my streams, but Make an Entrance is a really fun one that I really enjoy, and I'm glad it worked out well. I'm glad people use it pretty much like every single stream. People remember to use it. Because, like, I've seen a lot of people put, like, a first redeem on their stream, that, like, the first person that chats can redeem it. But I didn't want to make it a sort of competition. I just wanted to make it more of a celebration sort of thing. A more chill version of it. So I decided to make it, oh, fuck. I've also forgotten something else. Ning nong today. Okay, we good now. Oh, fuck! I just realized I never left my starting screen. Whoopsies! This stream is scuffed today. My brain is all over the place. I haven't streamed properly in a week. I streamed for like half an hour on Thursday, but there were just so many problems with the stream, and it just kept on not working that I just ended up crying, ending stream, apologizing profusely, and then deleting the VODs, because there is no way I'm gonna keep VODs of me crying on the stream. At least not crying over something that's worth anything, you know? Maybe if I was crying over something that was, like a game, or the plot of a game, which, by the way, Ace Attorney, we're nearing the end, and I'm kind of freaking out over it. What the hell am I gonna be after the Ace Attorney trilogy? What the hell am I gonna do for Mystery Mondays? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end, this game on the last Monday of this year, which means next year I'm going to start completely afresh with Ace Attorney. Not with Ace Attorney, with Mystery Mondays. And it feels so weird. It feels wrong. The fact that I'm going to be playing a different game for Mystery Monday that's not Ace Attorney. Feels weird. Like, I know, like, this is the Ace Attorney trilogy, and I know that there are more Ace Attorney games. I know that, like, the sequel trilogy is available on the 3DS, but I don't have my I don't have the games on 3DS, and I don't have a capture card for 3DS, and they're also available on iOS, but I also don't know how to stream from my phone or capture stuff from my phone and put it onto my computer. So there is a fair chance that this trilogy is going to be the last, like, this Ace Attorney game is going to be the last Ace Attorney game I play on stream, because it's the only one I know how to stream, because it's a PC game and the rest are iOS or DS exclusives. Hi, Yoshi, right? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. But you were still in setup mode? I was kind of still in setup mode, but I'd also forgotten to just switch over. Like, even if I was in setup mode, I still like being on this screen. Because, like, you see, not me, but you see my PNG tuber model. You see me talking. It's easier to talk to a face, even when it's drawn, as compared to a screen that just says starting soon. But yeah, I'm both so excited and reluctant to finish this Ace Attorney game, because I don't want it to end. I love the Ace Attorney games so much, and I do want to keep streaming them if I somehow figured out how to stream them from my phone. I don't know. I know that there is a way you can stream from your phone. I don't know if my phone would be good at that, but it wouldn't be, like, it also wouldn't be as a PNG tuber if I streamed directly from my phone. It would just, I don't know. I think I need to do some testing to figure out how to stream from my phone and how to get all that to work, because I honestly think it would be really cool to do. To stream the sequel trilogy. But you ordered something for one of the Tiny Tots, and I'm really hoping it arrives before Christmas. My girlfriend's present is expected to arrive after Christmas, and I'm very disappointed about that. I'm so disappointed. I won't say here what it is, because I don't know if she's A, watching, or B, watches the VODs back, or C, there is someone else watching who can tell her what it is. So I won't say what it is, but it's something that she's wanted for ages, but she doesn't remember what she's wanted for ages. She has a really bad memory. So it's easy for me to, like, remember things and then get them for her, and then she's forgotten she's wanted them, so it's still a surprise. If you play the Great Ace Attorney better, it is... I do have the Great Ace Attorney on stream, but I do want to play the other games first. Like, I want to play, after I finish this trilogy, I want to play the sequel trilogy. I want to play the first Ace Attorney Investigations game, because I think that one got translated into English, and then I'll watch, like, a fan dub or a fan sub of a fan translation of the second Ace Attorney Investigations game, because I've heard that that only got released in Japan and all got released in Japanese. So I'll have to find, like, a translation of it somewhere. And then I'll play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. But the real trouble is whether I'm gonna figure out how to stream them or not. I don't know. Brain's bad. Socks? No. No, I am not, well, actually, I do have socks that I've bought that I'm going to give to my girlfriend. But that's not the big present. That's not the main present for her. There is a big present that is in store, and it's really hard to find, because it's like, it's only sold in America, so I had to get it from, like, a third-party website to get it shipped to her, because there was no way I was going to pay for the shipping to Australia, and then pay more money to ship it to New Zealand. I was going to so I got it shipped straight to her instead. But again, she's moving out of her place. She's going to a new place, but she's moving out of her parents. So, and the present is addressed to her parents' place. So that's also awkward. Socks are always important. They are always important. I love socks. Like, I love quirky patterns on socks. I love just, I don't know. I love socks. I love socks. They're so warm. I feel like 90% of, like, if I'm going to feel hot or cold, like, maybe not 90%, maybe a good 40% of what dictates my temperature is my feet. If my feet are cold, I will be cold. If my feet are warm, I will be warm. And currently, my feet are average. So I'm feeling alright. Probably shouldn't be talking this much about feet on Twitch. I don't know, is that allowed? I know pictures aren't allowed. I know you're not allowed to see feet on Twitch, but are we allowed to talk about it? I don't know. Horses? What horses? You're asking if my present to my girlfriend is horses? No. I don't think my girlfriend is a horse girl. At all. I need to text her. I'll text her and ask after stream. Be like, hey babe, are you a horse girl? That being, I don't think she's a horse girl. However, I would not be surprised if she liked the Saddle Club as a child. Hi, Card Captor! How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you here. How are you doing today? I'm all chatted out, I think. I keep trying to be like, okay, I'm going to cut down the just chatting segment of my stream. And then every time, I end up not cutting down the just chatting segment of my stream and I end up talking for 20 to 30 minutes. But that's alright. I like it. I like talking to chat. I like having a good time and getting to know everyone in my chat. When they arrive in here, I like welcoming people in. That's just something that I really enjoy doing. However, it is just about time to get to the main portion, the main event of today, which is the first of the final 3 trials of this game. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've had extreme brainworms. I've had extreme brain rot for Ace Attorney in this past week. I cannot stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about, like, Miles and Phoenix. Just, This time the topic was OBS, Christmas presents, and feet. Perfect combination. Don't you agree? OBS, Christmas presents, and feet. Perfect combination. Going through, like, 3, you know, I wouldn't call them good, but entertaining topics. Well, one of them was good. Christmas is good. OBS, bad. Feet, very bad. Well, OBS, not bad. OBS only bad because I didn't have OBS working well enough yet. But okay. So, for those of you who may have missed last week, Phoenix came back into the picture. He felt better enough that he got out of hospital, and Edgeworth turned over his, like, all his evidence and everything that happened. He told Phoenix everything, and basically Edgeworth passed the torch onto Phoenix to continue the case. Seeing as this is Phoenix's case, Edgeworth just helped him for a while because he fell into a river and nearly died. But what did we know? We learned that we learned that the victim of the case is Misty Faye. We learned that Iris is the older half-sister of Pearl, is the cousin of Maya, and is also the twin sister of Dahlia Hawthorne. Which is, you know, blah. So much to think about. What else was there? Godo arrived and spouted some bullshit. I don't remember much about that, but I feel like we're going to learn more. We haven't gotten much of Godo's backstory yet, and I'm excited to see how that comes out in these trials, of all things. And what else happened? Oh yeah, we did find Pearl. Pearl's alive, thank fuck. I think I would have cried if Pearl was dead. Pearl was asked by her mother in prison to channel the dead spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne to kill Maya, but that never happened. Somehow, Pearl didn't channel Dahlia, which means that someone else was channeling Dahlia. So basically, we have to figure out who channeled Dahlia, and then who killed Misty. Also, Maya is trapped in a cavern that gets to freezing temperatures, and she might be dead. And I'm scared out of my mind because I love Maya too much for her to die. If she dies, I die. Okay? Goodness. That was a long rundown. Sorry, everyone. It's time!
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Oh, she's such a baby. I love this girl with all of my heart. The relief I felt finding out she was still alive last episode. Oh, wanted to cry. I think I did cry a little bit. I teared up. Ah, morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me what's going to happen to Mystic Maya.
Yeah, I don't know, Pearl. I mean, I will say this. Maya probably isn't dead, because if Maya was dead, Pearl probably would have channeled her by now. Right? Like, we'd know Maya was dead if Pearl channeled her, but there's been no. What happened to the game music? No, what? No, what? Oh, what the fuck happened to the game audio? Oh, come on. No way. Where's Ace Attorney in the... What? Hello? Am I back? Hi, chat. What the fuck happened? Hey! Well... Huh? Huh? What? So... The game crashed. No, not the game. OBS crashed. But... I opened OBS up again and the game audio was fine. So... what? Anyway. Am I back? I cannot tell if I'm back or not. Chat, please tell me, am I back? Am I alive? Hello? From the other side! Am I alive? Oh god. Oh god, where did they go? Nobody's responding to me, I'm scared. I can't tell. It seems like I'm fine. I'm going to tentatively keep going. I'll tell everyone in chat. I'll just say it's working good. Okay. Alright. We move on now. What the OBS really likes to hit me sometimes. Just like smack me right in the face. No reason. Out of nowhere. But let's continue.
Mr. Nick, please tell me what's going to happen to Mystic Maya.
You are the psychic, my child, not me. I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
Well, hopefully. Is someone there watching her, or is she still just doing that right now? No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. Oh, fuck! So you're telling me we have to go through this case, go through these trials, and then we get Maya. So we can't see Maya until, like, the end of this case, unless Maya dies. But I have a strong suspicion that she will not. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange. Oh god, and now Iris is AWOL. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. For why? Edgeworth? Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Why is she going? Now you can't hear any audio? What do you mean? What do you mean? No way. No way. What? No, what the fuck? Ugh. You can't hear me. Can you hear me? You can't hear me, okay. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now? You can hear me? You can hear me. What the fuck? What the hell? What is wrong with my OBS today? First, game audio doesn't work. Then OBS crashes. When it opens up, it says it's working, and it turns out you can't hear game or me, and then I have to restart it. What the fuck happens? What goes on in my computer? My PC is fucking weird. Anyway, I'm back. Hello. And I decided to just restart the case again. No. No. Oh god. And because I took so long to stream, it's gonna make me run an ad in a minute. Okay, I'm just gonna run an ad now, real quick. I'm really sorry. Thunder Phoenix, I'm so sorry. Welcome to stream. Thank you. And Whack Frost, both of you for helping me. I will see you in 30 seconds. I'm sorry. Ugh. What the fuck goes on? My god. I am trying so hard not to freak out. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. Oh. Should be back in a second. Should be back in a second. Should be back just about now. Pearl the culprit? Absolutely she was. Pearl fucked it up because I told her Maya might not be alive. But hello everyone. Hello Whackfrost. Hello Thunder Phoenix. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry that this is so fucked, but thank you for being so patient with me. I was working on something before now, so this is perfect timing for me. I'm glad. I'm glad that at least the timing worked out. Because why do my streams never go smoothly? I don't understand. Why do they never go smoothly? One will never understand why my streams do not go smoothly. But hey, we're here now. Start afresh. Big deep breath in. Deep breath out. We start again. Bridge to the Turnabout. Part 4-1. Trial. Ugh. What were you working on, Thunder Phoenix? I'm curious. Your suffering worked to my personal advantage. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. We always praise that.
Good morning. Oh? Are you by yourself?
She's so baby. I feel like I shouldn't replicate the same reactions I had, but she's so baby. I love her. I'm gonna say that every single time she appears on screen. Ah. Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick! Please tell me what's going to happen to Mr. Meyer.
I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple. Hopefully, she's not fucking dead. But in the deduction I made like 5 minutes ago, I said I don't think Maya is dead, because if Maya was dead, she'd probably end up being channeled through Pearl at this point. I feel like Pearl would channel Maya. You're making an arrangement in music. What's Muse's Core? I'm guessing that's like a music program? That's my guess, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Perfect Pearl voice? Thank you! I tried to be good with my voices. Not all of them are amazing, but like, I try to at least capture the spirit of the character, even if I don't have a voice that sounds very much theirs. Sheet music program. Oh, that's so cool! I didn't know that I don't know why I didn't think there was a program for sheet music, but like, there's a program for literally everything else in the world, so sheet music should obviously also have a program.
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No. She's the defendant in this case, so she can't be in the temple. She's required to be here in court. Which means we're gonna have to go through literally all of these trials. We're not gonna see Maya until possibly the end of the game. Unless someone somehow opens the trick locks instead of her. Big brain time? It is big brain time. I'm not sure I have the big brain, considering I've had to troubleshoot game audio not working, stream elements notifications not working properly, and my OBS just straight up crashing and no one being able to hear me. But hopefully I can get rid of all that stupidity and channel the big brain into what matters, which is this game. Music Score just happens to be free. That's cool. Free programs are not always the best, but like, it's always good to appreciate free programs, if that makes sense. I'm not sure.
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit it's kind of strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. The only reason why I know that voice is because I played this before. How do you feel about almost being done with the entire trilogy? It makes me feel like crying. I'm still in a very emotional state after this past week and a half of like my mental health lapse, but I feel very emotional about it. I'm both excited and scared to see how this ends. I don't want it to end, but I want to see how it ends, if that makes sense. I'm nervous as well. I hope I do like the game justice in how I end it as well. Even though there's like one true ending, I still hope that I do it well. You plan to play the other Ace Attorney games after this? I talked about it a little bit before I started onto the gameplay section. I don't know. No, okay, I'm definitely going to play the other Ace Attorney games. Whether I stream them or not is a whole different story, because they're 3DS/iOS exclusive, except for like the great Ace Attorney Chronicles ones. But I don't know how to A, stream from my phone, or B, stream from a 3DS. So it's going to be difficult to see if I'm going to continue the journey with the Ace Attorney games on stream, or if I'm just going to play them in my own time. Yeah, but I do want to play them. I'm definitely playing them. I want to play them so bad. I'm not going to let this series go after this trilogy. I adore it too much. The characters are too great. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Edgeworth! My boy! This is the man I've had brainworms for the past week and a half. I don't know. The whole thing about him being traumatized by the earthquake last week, my brain just went, I love him. He is so good. And I don't know. I don't know. I always get overly attached to sad men in video games. Chronicles is a good Ace Attorney game after this. It doesn't follow the main story, and it's a good standalone game. Okay. I might play a game in between this trilogy and the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but I do own that, I think. I don't even have it on my wish list. I think I straight up own it. So I'll definitely play that as well on stream. But I might do that next. But thank you for telling me, G Charizard. I didn't know if it fell into the timeline anywhere. But if it's a spin-off game, then I can just play it whenever. Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Is she... Now this is confusing. Why is she going over the testimony with the prosecutor? She's the one being prosecuted. You know? I'm not sure. What? I didn't realize that that was a thing, that the defendant would practice their testimony with the prosecutor and not, you know, the defense, the people who are actually representing them. But I mean, okay, I guess. No need to rush things. Can't wait to see what replaces this for Mystery Monday. I have a few options for what replaces this for Mystery Monday. I have the Room trilogy. I have LA Noire, which would be a bit of a meme-y sort of replacement for on Mystery Mondays. I have The Witness, and there are so many games that I have on that I have in my Steam library that would match up for Mystery Mondays. So I'll probably just go through all of them slowly. But those I would say are like my top 3. That would be my top 3 for whatchamacallit, the options. I might have you guys vote in the Discord. I might make a poll in the Discord for what game I play next. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. But how does that make sense if she's the one on trial? I don't get it. Are we suddenly changing who the person is that's accused of murder? Is it no longer her? Who is she accusing? I'm so lost. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. Oh? What? Then who is? Who else would it be but Godo? Godo? Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. What is she doing at the Sacred Cavern? Is she trying to get Maya out? I hope she's trying to get Maya out. I don't know how she'd do it without Iris, but I hope she's trying to get Maya out. The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's... Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove those trick locks. Oh, wow. I'm actually legitimately surprised by that. I didn't think Franziska would put that much effort into saving Maya, who I think she barely knows. But I guess Iris must have told her, or at least, like, written down a lot of, like, the ways to remove the locks. So I'm guessing Franziska is learning how to remove them. That's interesting. Good for her. Character development? Truly! Truly, Thunder Phoenix. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by her dedication. I like Franziska a lot. I don't think I liked her very much in the second game from what I remember, but the third game, like, how she's appeared in this case, I've loved her. And now I love her even more, the fact that she's doing this for us and Maya. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. Oh, Bikini's there too. Okay, so she's not learning everything from Iris. Bikini is also there. But hey, thank you, Bikini! Glad for you too. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours! Oh? Will we be getting Maya home soon?
I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
Me the fuck too, Edgeworth. I miss my girl.
Yeah. Thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godo intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes.
Can you now? Thanks.
You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands.
Partner? Partner? Partner. 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 What the fuck? Miles Edgeworth, you gay bitch. Oh my gosh. Every single, case, as every single, scene goes forward, I understand more and more why people ship Phoenix and Edgeworth so much. Far out. Holy shit. This is almost blatant right here. My god.
Thanks.
You didn't call him partner back. Fuck you, Phoenix.
I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case.
Yeah, I don't even have any theories.
The circumstances around the murder of Ms. Elise Donham. No, I mean Misty Faye. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after.
Well, I thought it was obvious what she was really after. She was after Pearl being the head of the Faye clan. Is that not obvious? Yeah, the game where she's most prominent is the game where her characterization is the weakest. Yeah! And the game where she's least prominent is the game where she gets the most development. Though I feel like she got a lot of development off screen. She spent a year, I think, back in Germany. So, I'm glad that, how she ended the last game with Edgeworth helped her. At least looks like it helped her. You went swimming and it was freezing? Why did you go swimming in the freezing cold, Reborn? Oh my goodness. I cannot, oh my goodness. The idea of swimming in, winter, I feel cold already. Just thinking about it.
I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end.
And so we begin. Literally nearly an hour after I started stream, we're actually getting into the thick of things. Oh my god, this might actually be a long stream. I had to go outside to get the car and it was so far. Because I need to lose weight. Okay. I mean, there are ways to lose weight and become healthier that doesn't include swimming in freezing cold water. At least that's what, at least I think so. I'm 99% sure.
And so it begins.
Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. This judge is back! So this is basically just everyone's new. We've got a new defendant for this half of the case, which is Phoenix. We've got a new prosecutor for this half of the case, which is Godo. We've got a new judge for this half of the case, because it's this judge, not the blonde one that's Canadian. The pool was fun, it's outside, that sucks. Gotcha. Understood, but still, I just do something else. Do running, do push-ups in your own home. Do Pilates. There are so many ways to exercise without having to go outside in the middle of winter. Phoenix is already stressed. Are you sure? Are you sure your fever's gone? Your Honor? What are you... Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. He's your little brother? No way. How come you're not Canadian?
All of a sudden, in the blink of the eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted! What? What? Phoenix has actually given the judge his ailment. What the hell? Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot. That explains nothing! How come one of them has a Canadian accent, but the other one doesn't? Eh? The? Huh? What the? Oh my gosh. You're starving? Go eat then, Reborn! Get your food! Eat up! You need to be nice and, fed. You need to be nice and fed. I couldn't think of any words ever. The biggest plot twist in the whole game? Yeah. Maybe they're not, like, biological brothers. Maybe they're, like, stepbrothers or something. Even though they do share the same beard and pattern baldness. My poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. Oh, hi, Godo. What one-liners are you here to share with us today? It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Godo. Was that? Do you really? Well, okay. You thought that was well said. I didn't understand a single thing that he said then. I understand exactly what you said. At least up until the end anyway. I feel like I feel like whenever I read aloud one of, like, Godo's weird, like, teachings or sayings, I just blank out in my brain and don't concentrate on what he says at all. Now then, Mr. Godo, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. Yes. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. Really? In this world where everything is changing, only one thing stays the same. Coffee. So then you mean, forget it. What do you mean? Yeah, me too, Judge. During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit to her role in the crime. But today she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant? Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Why didn't Iris talk to us first about this? I'm very confused as to what's going through her head right now. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. How many rules do you have? We should have done like a counter as to how many rules Godo has in this game. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Witness, is there something that you want to confess to? Yes. But first, I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore. It's alright. What is it? Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Stretch and posture check? Thank you, Reborn. I was all curled up, but I know that I shouldn't be. But I'm kind of cold, so maybe I should be. Or maybe I should put on some shoes. Give me a second. I need to get my slippers. Can I reach them from here? Can I reach my slippers from over here? I can. There we go. These slippers are dying. I got them for my birthday, and I've already worn them pretty much completely through. They're, like, almost ruined at this point. Why was my mic twisted that way? Okay. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Ms. Elise Donham? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it. What? Now, why would you do this, Iris? Oh, she looks like she's cat ears from the back. Order in the court. Order. Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? Oh god. See, look, the cat ears. 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. I think you were covered in a cold sweat from the beginning when when the judge came in, I think. Huh. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Thank you for your wisdom, Godo. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite? Oh, that Godo. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Well, Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket. Well, rest in peace. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone? Ugh, now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket. I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. I'm sorry, but main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself if need be to protect her. No. If you're accusing who I think you're accusing? No. No. No fucking way. The daughter of the master of the Korean No! Mr. No! Iris! What the fuck? Huh? You're saying Iris... No, Iris. Maya killed her. What? Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite. She's naming... Maya? There's no way Maya's the killer. What the fuck? Order? Order in the court. I actually can't believe this. So you're telling me... You're telling me that for the third game in a row, Maya Fey, the little, you know, 17 to 19-year-old, the teenager, the sweetheart who loves hamburgers more than anything, literally best girl in the game. You're telling me this is the third game in a row she's being accused of murder? What the fuck is wrong with people? How do you see that girl and think, oh yes, she kills people? Huh? What the hell? Ugh. What the fuck? Yeah, you can't end the game without a Maya accusation. Wow. Why is Maya everyone has been traumatized or accused of murder or something's gone on with them at some point, but Maya has gone through the most hell, literally out of every single character in the game. She's been accused of murder 3 times now. She's been kidnapped once. And she is now, in this case, oh no, she's also had to witness her sister's death. And then she's had to, now she is locked inside a below freezing cavern. I think this is the 3rd day she's locked in there. She's probably on the verge of death, if not dead. I hope the fuck not. I hope she's not dead, but what the fuck? She's going for the world record, respect the grind. I mean, she's not the one going for it. It's everyone else going for her. They want her to have the world record. She doesn't want it. She wants to be innocent. So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. Somehow her mother is also the cause of this. This is to get the Branch family in power somehow. I think. Or she's covering up for someone. But I don't know who. I'm confused. I'm very confused. And then I cleaned up the area to try and protect her.
That's ridiculous! Maya could never do such a...
The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time.
Oh, fuck you, Judge. This is literally our, like, little sister figure at this point.
Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction.
Yeah, neither did I. I had many ideas about where this case would go. Maya being accused of the murder was not one of them. What?
I went to the inner temple that night, and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff.
Wait, Mystic Elise attacked first?
While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
Well, okay, at least they're making it some sort of self-defense thing. I guess that's not terrible.
So it was in self-defense?
Yes. Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first.
That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Is that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal.
And how would you know that, Godo? Are you also a true criminal?
Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Okay. Now we gotta figure out what to present here. Let's press first. Actually, let me take a drink and save, and then press. Okay, there we go. Hold it. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Objection.
Did she now? Too bad for you, what she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go?
It was in the inner temple's training hall. What does that have to do with anything?
A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony.
Okay, bitch.
That would be probably described as hearsay.
What do you have to say, witness?
I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Mystic Maya, she's your girl.
The woman was too stunned to speak, and I'm not even a woman. Girlfriend? Fucking hell, no way.
I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder.
There. We all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden?
Well, Your Honor,
that's so... What? Why does everyone think I'm dating Maya? We met when I was 23 and she was 17. That's fucking weird, bro. The moth is regaining heat. That's good. Get a woman snuggly. You're saying that the victim attacked Maya? I mean, Ms. Faye?
Yes. It was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock.
That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
What happened after that? I love how Maya and Iris apparently ship Nick with each other. They do! They're both getting the wrong signals. They're like, oh yeah, you're her girlfriend. Oh no, you're her girl. No, you're his girlfriend. Why did I just refer to Phoenix with she, her pronouns? Programs? What is this sentence? What is wrong with me? Press. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike? Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Wait a minute. What was this weapon? It was some kind of dagger. A dagger, huh? And at least Donim tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Ms. Faye. Yes, exactly. Huh. Oh, the music's coming in. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of... I'm not saying that word, sauce. Huh. Do you have a problem with this testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? Yes. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, well, nevertheless. That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony. Yes, sir. Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. You're not... If you want to pass the judgment, be a judge, dude! Don't be a prosecutor! Ugh.
Okay, now, let's continue.
Alright, now this is where we save. This is where we save. This is where we save, because this is the trick up our sleeve. The staff knife. Yeah! Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Huh? Ms. Donim throwing her staff away makes no sense to me. But all you can do with the staff is hit someone. I mean, hitting someone with a staff is... Hitting someone is still deadly, sometimes. If you hit it in the right place, and hard enough. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but... The victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. Ah! If Elise Donim really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? That was an impressive bit of investigating, Trite. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close-quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. This is some bullshit logic, Godo! But there is something strange about this whole testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument. Mr. Wright! I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because of Ms. Elise Donim would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Oh, is this... Oh, what do we put here? Okay, that's the wrong photo. Wait, what's this? What's this? Oh, that's the weather done. Okay. I'm going to guess it's this. We're gonna out the fact that it's Misty and not Elise Donim. I think. I hope. Oh! Well, Mr. Godo? If you ask me, the only thing that seems strange is the angle of Mr. Trite's index finger.
tried sticking a finger in an electrical outlet might be safer for you. You're telling me that's not the right one? Otherwise, it might get bitten off the next time you poke it in the wrong place. Ah! Oh, and I didn't save. Whoops. I still don't think that Miss Donan would ever attack Maya. Okay, we have to save this again. Maybe it's... Yeah, somehow that wasn't right, Thunder Phoenix. I'm really confused. If you think about their relationship, it's obvious. Why don't you think it over one more time? Very well, Your Honor. Okay? What's the piece of evidence? Maybe it's... Yeah. So, it's in her profile that she's actually Misty Face. So, maybe it's this. I think. It is! At least Donan would never have attacked Maya Fey. How can you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donan. Her real name was Misty Fey. Fey? Ah! No! Not Mystic Misty Fey! Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to? Misty Fey is the master of the crane channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Are you serious? Ooh, this is when it gets intense. It should have been either. It should have been. However, we may have to present evidence to prove that she's Maya's mother, and then we may have to present the charm. That's what I'm guessing is going to happen. Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Donan actually the Great Mystic Misty? There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea. I can hardly believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years? Perhaps the prosecution can offer some... Oh god, my brain died. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Oh, Godo's already anxious. Order in the court. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible, except for one little thing. Yes? What is this one little thing? Ha! You still don't get it. Oh god. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Godo, that metaphor means absolutely nothing. Could you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. Your 8th cup of morning coffee! How is this guy alive? And also standing still? I feel like this man should have a constant case of the jitters. You're going to ruin your health, my friend. Agreed! Judge, you're on my side, for once. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. No! There was a dagger? Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it. Oh, God. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? This dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. What pine tree? There are no pine trees! This is all bamboo. That's not a pine tree. In what world is that a pine tree? What? When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on the dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Huh. Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of wine. 13th?! How is this man standing? Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such a short notice. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Your sweetheart is a dagger that was used to murder a person? Buddy, are you sure? Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Oh god, I don't know whose blood that's gonna be. Love translation errors, he probably meant bonsai tree. That is true. I knew what he meant by pine tree, but that is absolutely not a pine tree. Godos, please stop talking about your under-roasted beans. This is a public place. Yeah, Godo, we're in a courtroom right now. We don't need to hear about your beans, my guy. Now then. The testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable... What the fuck did I just say there? Numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. Cute girls never lie. Ever. I mean, as a cute girl who has lied a lot, I am the evidence to prove you wrong, Godo. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court. Court? Court. About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women. Yes, Your Honor. Testimony 2. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff, but then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. Well, I already know what to present here. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. That was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there was any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore. That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Well, I already know what to do. So let's just do a quick save and sip. Every time I save, I'll take a drink. Okay, where are we? With her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Elise. Okay, I don't know which one I presented on, but I presented on one of these. Where's the autopsy report? Yeah. Blood loss from stab in back. There we go. Genius. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris. Huh? Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony? According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern. Correct? Yes, that's right. But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach. Correct? Yes, I think so. But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. Yeah, baby, we got it. What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift? You can... I don't
understand why he has to go through every metaphor he ever knows to just state facts.
Is that all you have to say? I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind.
Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
What do you mean? Are you gonna say something? There we go.
There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee.
Now, what does this have to do with anything?
But to pick out each one requires a total concentration and the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
Prosecutor Godo, explain yourself!
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly.
She never said that! When did she say that? Huh? What? There's an anime outtake that goes something like that. Kodo, there's a darkness underneath, complex and bitter, but still tasty. Phoenix, could you please stop describing your testicles? Really? There's an anime outtake that says that? Also, you are not breaking Rule 5. You are not crossing a line with Rule 5. Saying, like, one-off bits and pieces with, like, sexual undertones and, like, comedic stuff, but when you're, like, straight up, like, being overly sexual all the time, that's when, like, it gets to, like, a fine line, if that makes sense. Or if it's sexualizing me. I should probably put in the rules, don't sexualize me. I feel weird about that. Just making sure, wasn't sure what counted as explicit. Yeah, it's just going too far and going too constant, but, like, a testicle joke is fine. Don't worry. You can make jokes about balls, we're good.
A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light. By the way, did you know? Hazakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit.
I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly? Normally, yes, Your Honor, but according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Most enlightening.
Why must you slam that down? Does that not spill coffee everywhere?
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite?
No! There's no way they're getting away with this. What the hell? Hello! I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Brian? Is that a alternate spelling of Brian? Is what I'm guessing? Or Brian? Brea? Bray. Vieira. Several numbers. This game is you play a defense lawyer who, stops people from going to jail, basically. He's a defense lawyer who proves that their clients are not murderers through different puzzles, producing evidence and stuff like that. Call me Brian? Okay, all good. Brian is good. I was thrown by the first A in your name. But yeah, we're currently reaching the end of this case. This is the third last scene in the game. The scenes take a long time, but this is the third last one of the entire game. So, a lot of things may be a little out of context for you, unfortunately, but welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time. I hope you're doing well. Are you doing well? Order, order, order.
Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
Why wasn't that in evidence before? I'm very confused. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face?
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
This lantern. There's something written on it. Why? It's written in blood? Oh boy, oh god, oh no. So the judge didn't know about that yet somehow.
Written in blood?
It says Maya upside down.
What the?
Oh, yes, that's right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body. Oh, God. It certainly looks that way.
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean, what are we all talking about? We're talking about the message written in blood.
Nonsense.
Oh, of course! Because his visor is red. He can't see red things. Because everything's tinted red. I forgot about that. There was a problem with this with like the maid costume in the last case as well. I remember now.
This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
So that's what he means by that. In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godo, anything further? Mr. Godo? Hi, Rabbit Saucer! How you doing today? The Pat emotes always make my day. I love Pat's emotes so much.
Okay then, let's move on.
Godo is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. I believe it has now been established that Ms. Donan was killed by Maya Fey. That's just wrong.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you?
Okay, I don't know how we're going to present this evidence, but I feel like there should be some sort of way to present the stone, because everyone's like... Because what we're trying to establish here is that Maya killed Misty because they didn't recognize each other. However, written in blood by Misty was Maya's name. So does that not establish the fact that at least one of them recognized the other? Like, you can't say they don't recognize each other when she's written down who killed her. She obviously knew. Like, this is all hypothetically if Maya killed her, but I don't think Maya killed her at all. There's no way.
Let's hear it. Where Ollie is.
The third testimony. I think this is the third. I'm losing count already. After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Crane tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shishishito to alter the way the wound looked.
So you moved the body?
Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Donan was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for Twist of Fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but...
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Now, what I present here is the real question. I'm not sure what part of this testimony I meant to have a go at. How's everyone? I'm doing alright. I'm not doing too bad. The stream was a little bit mucked up right in the beginning, but it's fixed itself now, at least I believe so. I hope so. I think so. But yeah, I'm doing alright now. I'm a little bit on edge, but overall, feeling pretty good. Now I hydrate and save. Press.
So you waited until everything was over before making a move? No, it's not like that.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid. Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Yeah, we can tell. You're a very passive man. Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument? Apparently not.
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done.
Thought it was my duty to protect the future master. Hold it. So then, you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey?
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she was a very special person indeed.
How did she know? How is she saying that she knew? This is interesting. Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
You moved her body all by yourself?
Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
The snow? Huh. What about the snow? It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold.
And in what world does that make sense? But there's one other thing that bothers me.
Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple.
I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
Huh. Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Use the snowmobile to carry it back. Okay. The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Ooh. We always ask more details, but I can't tell which detail to ask. I'll go first, snowmobile. Let me hear more about the snowmobile ride.
Well, it was very cold that night, so I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge.
I'm sorry, witness, but now I've got a problem with your testimony.
Excuse me?
Godo, what are you up to now?
That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hazakura Temple. Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates. Let's recall her comments on the subject.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple? It was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. This girl's testimony is just one massive fucking lie.
The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say?
I'm so confused. Order? Mr. Godo.
Why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony? Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay?
Well, maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Because maybe she didn't see it. You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right.
Ha! Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just... you'd better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. A smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Yes, sir. What was that all about? Why would Goto want to give me a hint?
Very well then, let's continue with the testimony. So you transported the body by snowmobile all the way to the Hazakura Temple courtyard?
Yes, I thought about it that way. I thought that way Mystic Mai would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway. And then
Wait, let me go back.
let's press this again, because there was another question I could ask about it. About the tracks. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes. Naturally, you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
I think it's important. Because I feel like if it's important, it'll be added to the testimony. And I think the more stuff we have added to the testimony, the better. So let's go, it's very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
All will be made clear if you just allow her statement to be added to the record.
Ha! This should be fun.
Should it? Will it be fun?
Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Now what?
By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Okay. I save and sip. Okay. What are we going for here? So Lisa's autopsy report, she died from 10 to 11 p.m. Let's check the weather report again. 7 to approx 10:50 p.m. So the snow couldn't have stopped at that time. Unless it was in the final 10 minutes. But that doesn't sound believable. No? No, that didn't work? Huh? Okay, I'll press this then. There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? Yes, I am. When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear. That's right, I'm certain of it. I think I've trapped her this time.
I see how you think. Snow, huh? What's going on here?
If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it'd mean there's a bigger hole in her story than that movie, The Grid Revelations.
Huh. Well then, Mr. Trite, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us? Let's see what's up your sleeve. Or rather, at the end of your index finger.
Huh? I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of. Huh. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. He said he trapped her, but how? What evidence here is for the trapping, other than the weather report, which is obviously what... I'm confused. I'm very confused. So we've got this image. Then we've got this. No, I don't... What about this? No? So it's nothing about how the snow stops. How is it nothing about how the snow stops? Maybe it's the photo itself? No? I'm lost. What was the first thing you presented? The first thing I presented was the weather data. Because she said by the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. The snow stopped at 10:50, which means that there would only have been a 10-minute window for Elise to have been killed. But I don't know how to... Oh! Wait. No? Wasn't that half buried under snow? Oh, what is this? The snow had already stopped. Then what? No, there's no point to that. It's the picture of Elise. Maybe it's this? No? I feel like just presenting everything at this point. Let's see how this goes. What about the dagger? No? The dagger didn't work? Oh, too bad. Load! Bing bong! Present! It's not the note. What about this? No? Oh, fuck. Okay. No, I didn't mean to go that far into it being wrong. No? Time for the present then pray strat? Apparently! That's what I'm doing. I'm presenting and praying, baby. What about this? No? None of this makes sense. I'm so confused. I'm so confuzzled. How is it not the weather data? Is it the Shichishito? No? Wow. Why is this what I'm getting stumped on? It feels like there's such an obvious... Why doesn't this bit work? Okay. Okay, so this doesn't work. Okay, let me just go back and press this then. Because we didn't... I don't think we pressed the bit about the Shichishito. Is that what you were doing when Sister Bikini saw you? Yes, it's right. She probably thought the worst. Probably. More like definitely. I see. So Sister Bikini mistakenly thought you were the one that murdered Miss Dono. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. It's my fault that this case has gotten so confusing. Okay, so that did absolutely nothing. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. How the fuck are we meant to prove that? Huh? How? How are we meant to prove that? I feel like we can't prove any of this. No. No, I'm so lost. Am I meant to present a person? Am I meant to present...
So I removed the body from the inner temple. Maybe I'm meant to present the weather report somewhere else. Or something somewhere else. Present. Maybe I present something here? Because of the fact that we didn't know about Maya? I'm so confused. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. See, there's something I could put here, because it was found behind a tree in the inner temple garden. I'm gonna try and present something here. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Nope. It didn't work. I thought it might be some kind of, why wasn't there blood left everywhere if the dagger was taken out? I'm so used to playing the Wii version, so seeing the smoothed out people weird me out every time. Yeah, the graphics in the PC version are very different. You see now. You see? Do you know what I meant to be doing here? Because I don't. I don't know. I don't know at all. Okay. Give me a question. People who know what to do. Am I meant to present on this statement here? Yes or no? Because I feel like that's what I'm meant to present, right? But I can't. No? This isn't the one where I'm supposed to present. Okay. Alright. Am I meant to present it on the snowmobile one? I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. Oh. Oh. Oh, maybe something about the lightning? You do need that statement added to the testimony. Okay. Do I need to present the weather report? Is that what I'm presenting? Do I just have to present it for a different statement? No. Maybe, I'm not gonna say anything else. No? Okay. Should I say... Don't... Just... I asked the yes or no questions, so give me the yes or no answers. Yeah, I'll uncover a new statement and then have to present on an old statement. Okay. Fuck! What did I do? I didn't mean to click. But do I present... I present the weather data. Okay. Thought it was my duty, so I removed the body from the inner temple myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Is this the weather report? Yes! Okay, is this about the lightning? You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris, that just isn't possible. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. Oh. Why could we not have presented this on the other statement? That's so annoying. But thank you for the hints, chat. What did you say? The bridge was on fire? You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike the bridge burned down. What? But it can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. As opposed to a fake defense attorney. No!
Order! Order! Order!
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will hold you and find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Oh, sorry, excuse me. I'm yawning.
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Trite? Old man. Oh, wow. He wasn't insulting me. He was insulting the judge. Me? How dare you? Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yes, of course, but whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Donim was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Donim's body.
I'm yawning again!
What the fuck? Okay. El Tiger PTSD, honestly.
He makes a good point, on both accounts. That's right, I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night, so my memory is still somewhat hazy. You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
It is only human to, If you're so perfect, right, maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick?
Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt out bridge, but unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
How the fuck would you get across that bridge? It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
Ah!
Alright then. Witness, let's hear your testimony. Oh my god, another one?
About what, Your Honor?
You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Will this be her final testimony?
Oh my god, so many testimonies.
Let me just crack my neck real quick. Oh my god! Can I stop yawning?
Take a drink instead.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? There has to be a way to cross a burning bridge. Remember, Larry did see the girl flying across the bridge. I want to know how that happened.
First and foremost. Like, what the fuck? So it was just a misunderstanding, I see. This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
This is so weird.
Clearly it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder.
Try it. I'm only going to say it one time. It is only human to err. And only humans can spot the errors of our ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Ugh. My final cross-examination. God, okay. Moving. Let me take a sip. Let me take another sip. Let's keep drinking. Let's keep going. Not drinking. Ugh, what the fuck? Alright. We save here. Okay. Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place, I couldn't have crossed the bridge. Naturally. But I think it's just like Mr. Godo said. The body did make it across somehow. Okay, so we don't present there, because that gave us, like, nothing. But you seem to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure the snow had already stopped. I'm terribly sorry I was wrong. Does she really think an apology is going to get her off the hook? Apparently. She's going on her apology tour. She's gonna upload like an 8-minute video to YouTube just being like, I messed up. And that's her apology. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's press. This is no joke! You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law. Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question. Do you remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today? Huh? Well, naturally it was, You see? It's not that easy to remember, is it? But if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation. Aww! He remembers his elementary school graduation! What a sweetie.
Objection!
No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, Trite.
And what word is that, a trauma? What?
By the time the murder took place, the snowing had already stopped. If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire.
I mean, there's a little bit of evidence, but the fact of the matter is it's not a photo, and it's a drawing. I feel like I need to present the drawing here at some point, but I don't know where and I don't know when. Press. Well, I don't see why there couldn't be a way across. Mr. Wright, don't you think that sounds a bit silly? A dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such a thing? I mean, yes.
If there was, I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness. After all, a dream isn't the same as an actually seeing something.
I've come all this way, so I owe it to everyone to figure this out. But how do you transport a body across a burning bridge? Even if I don't know the exact answer yet, it's okay. I'll start by examining all of my evidence and see where that takes me. I've got to be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead. You know what? Phoenix kind of reminds me of a shark. Just in aesthetics. Not like a dangerous shark. Like, I don't know what a non-dangerous shark is, but like a non-dangerous shark. Like the spiky hair, that's like his dorsal fin, you know? Hiya, Sour Grapes! How you doing today? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright. I feel like I have to present this drawing, and that feels like the exact funniest thing to say, but I feel like that's what we have to do here. Just vibing, how are you? I'm doing alright! Had some stresses earlier on in the stream, but now we're going pretty smoothly now, thank goodness.
I can't believe I'm gonna present this drawing. Oh my god, it worked. What the fuck? I got this, thank you!
A dead body flying over a burning bridge.
I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What? You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
Okay.
I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Preposterous!
Let's go, yeah, let's go, baby!
Who is it? Who is this witness?
I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep on the attack and go, go, go! Ms. Elise Donim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Larice Donim. Is that the first time Phoenix has actually respected his proper name? Like his new name? I think that would warrant a spit take? Yeah, it would. It would.
Brilliant? Highly gifted?
Apprentice? Remember what he said in his testimony. That night, he was at the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event.
I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night. This feels like I'm bullshitting so bad, but it's really funny. They all agree.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Uh-oh. The judge looked like he's about to blow a gasket. Huh. Well, Trite, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does the sketch prove anything?
What fucking 6-year-old has the talent to draw that? Please, show me a 6-year-old that can do that. When I was a 6-year-old, I definitely couldn't. What the hell kind of 6-year-olds does Godo know? Oh, wow. Hello. We've got a new viewer in the chat. Too bad they're a spam bot. Bye-bye. Get fucked. See ya. Ba-bam.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch?
Is that...
Oh, fuck.
Wait! Wait! I got it! Upside down. Larry saw this when he woke up. He was sitting in bed. This sketch is upside down. Oh my god. Oh my god, the sketch is upside down. She didn't fly above it, she went under it. Oh my god! Godo, you're a fucking genius! Upside down? Why did Godo say that? Right? 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 Because the sketch— oh my gosh! I love you, Godo. Suddenly Godo's my favorite character because suddenly he's provided this for me.
Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes. Oh shit, then I have to save.
Quickly now!
Alright, Phoenix. Look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Larice Donim is...
ooh. Evidence of nothing, a complete contradiction, or exactly what happened. You can say the wrong thing for something funny. But I feel like such a genius. I feel like I should say the right thing. I'm going to... but the thing is, I feel like either of these could... I'm going to do a complete contradiction because that's what I think it is. But I might be wrong here. Something is obviously funny about this sketch. I'm no art critic, but even I can see that. No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Oh, the music's back. The wording here is tricky. It is. Larice Stoneham stated it over and over, that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. It contradicts reality?
Huh! This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger-pointing thing again. Okay, Trite. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it?
Maybe the girl flying? This flying figure, naturally. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet. Or did I miss something?
Mr. Wright, that answer just now, it was lethal.
What? No! No way! What? So is the No. Point to something else? I'm gonna try pointing to something else. Alright. What contradicts reality? Is it the strings? It's this wire connected to the bridge. Okay, please let this be the right one.
The wire? Huh! Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
It is indeed.
Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with.
Show us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality.
Oh! The picture! The picture! The picture, look! The wires come from here! Yeah! Present! I got it now, I think. That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct? Yes. Now, compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge... Jumping Jehoshaphat! The wires are below the guard wires. What? My god, I can't believe I got this on... second try. I'm gonna say first and a half try. Order! Order! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Or perhaps he just drew it wrong?
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
With someone like Larice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Larice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally, he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Larice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Ah! No way.
Larice Stoneham witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down, baby! Woohoo! I'm a genius. I knew it as soon as that bitch Godo said upside down. I knew with my little tiny brain, well, big brain. My brain grew 3 sizes like the Grinch's heart, bitch. Let's fucking go! Woo! A try is a try. You can't say it's only half. I do not understand that reference, Phoenix.
Phoenix? Yeah, oh yeah, you are Phoenix. I was like, why am I calling you after the character? But Thunder Phoenix, I don't understand that reference, but I do think it's half a try, because I got the first part of it right, and then I got the second part of it wrong, and then right. So I feel like that makes it half a try. You know? You're making too many pizzas? Ooh, yum. I love pizzas. I had pizza last night for dinner. It was very good. Galaxy Brain? Thank you, G Charizard. I'm so happy I figured that out so quickly. So then, this sketch should actually... I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Larice Donim's sketch is like this. Hell yeah! This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Ridiculous! Order! Order! Of all the things to say, a pendulum? The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side, and a pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you'd have to plan ahead. No, you don't, because we've already got a pendulum. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? This photo! Look! Is that not a fucking pendulum right there? You don't think? I'm doing it. Full send! And the meaning of this is... if you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. Ah! This is one of the wires from the bridge. When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Donim's body. Holy shit. This is fucking insane. And it somehow landed. What the hell? That's so almost impossible. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Huh. Oh my god, he's chugging it. Oh fuck. He's stressed. Mr. Godo? Nope, he's not stopping. It seems that Mr. Godo is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high, so I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all. How is that coffee still left in that cup after he chugged that much? What the fuck? Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Trite, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum? Fuck! No! Oh god! I didn't save! What's the evidence here? Oh god, no! What do I present here? Shit. Shit! I don't know! Oh god! I don't know! What's the proof that it was swung over like a pendulum? I thought I'd given enough proof! Super Mario 64 minimum A button presses challenge where someone beat a level in half a press? What? What type of pizza is it, Reborn? Charizard is right. I'm curious.
What do I do here? I don't want to lose any more health because I've got 2 more fucking trials to go through here. So what do I do? Give any evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum. Are these two, is this sketch and this photo not enough? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Help me. Help me, chat. I know that I've got like several other chances, but I don't want to have several other chances. I want to get it in this chance. Need a hint, please. Please give me a hint. I beg. Bacon and pepperoni mini pizzas. That sounds delicious. I love bacon. Mwah, yum. But yes, Charizard, I need a hint, please. There's 2 acceptable pieces. There's 2 acceptable pieces. And Thunder Phoenix also has 2 guesses. But I don't know what they are! Are the 2 pieces the sketch and the photo? Are the 2 pieces just the sketch and the photo? We just have to present them again? I think it would be neither of them? Okay. Is it the ball? Is the ball one of the 2 pieces? I don't know. I don't know. Is the ball one of the 2 pieces? I feel like it shouldn't be. But I feel it could be, though. I'm really tempted to present the ball. The ball is one of them? Okay. Just for curiosity's sake, I will present the ball. What's the other one that it could have been? What would it have been if what could I present it if it wasn't the ball? Was it the staff? Was the staff the other one? The autopsy? Why the autopsy? Oh, body fell 10 feet after death! Oh! Jesus Christ, this is... I will present the ball, but these are the 2 most, like, different pieces of evidence you could get. A ball of a crystal ball, and an autopsy report. It feels like they have no correlation to each other, except for this one moment. That's... Okay, I guess we do it now. But what the fuck? Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple. So then that was the spot where the criminal... Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here, it would go over here. Yeah, okay. It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. True! I didn't think of where it would drop. I thought it would drop here, but that's not how physics works. Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10 feet, huh? There we go. That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to the forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
Huh! That's...
Yes, and this blood-stained amethyst crystal is the one that came off Mizzoli's Donim's star. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found. Indeed, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found... Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
What the fuck? Jeezums beezums!
Another fun tidbit. That last piece of evidence for Iris, you could have presented Larry's sketch on any of her statements, which is pretty amusing. Okay. That is pretty interesting. I was out here, like, stressing over statements and stuff because that's usually very important. But the fact that you could do it on any of hers in that one testimony is very interesting. This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Well, I've had coffee thrown at me. I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godo? And let me just grab a new one. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing. Oh? And what would that be? The aroma. Huh? A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. I'm saving because I feel like Godo's gonna ask me something here that I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm totally stealing Jeezums Beezums from now on. Please do. I love that saying. I genuinely think I created it. I don't know why I created it. I just started saying Jeezums Beezums and now I can't stop. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffeenese. Can you elaborate a bit more? If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. An accomplice? The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite? Mr. Godo is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do. Oh god, I don't know what I must do. I don't know what I must do, actually. Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice. Very well then. If you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side? I have a guess here. There's probably a massive, massive chance I'm wrong. But I feel like that's the only thing that could really prove everything else that happened in the case. Reminds me that in high school I had a teacher that didn't allow me to say Jesus Christ. Due to that, my friend and I came up with cheese and rice. Oh, I love that. That's genius. That's like next level, like, frick. And shiitake mushrooms. You know, the stuff you'd say as a child to get away, to quote-unquote get away with swearing. Alright. I think I know who it was. I think it was Iris.
I think Iris was... Oh. 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 Okay. This theory... Okay. The motive behind it, I'm thinking of the motive behind it, but I do believe it's Iris. Because Iris was the one seen on the at Hazakura Temple desecrating the body. So how could Iris have been the person to send the body across? It would have to have been somebody else. So I feel like the accomplice that received the body, instead of sending the body, was Iris. Right? It can only be you, Sister Iris. Huh? Ah! But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Trite. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the Inner Temple Garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten. But have you, Mr. Godo? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. There we go.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge, which means it's now a fact that this occurred, something you should have already known. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum. But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help, so you should have known about it. In fact, it would be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with? Wait, are you saying this girl right now isn't Iris? Is this someone channeling Dahlia? No. Oh, fuck. Okay. Fuck. Wait. What if this girl that we've been talking to the whole time is not Iris? It's Dahlia channeling Maya. That's why we haven't been able to find Maya anywhere. While the real Iris is the girl stuck in the cavern. Oh my god! Is that what this is? What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple? Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. Because it's Dahlia! Wait, okay. Maybe it's not Dahlia possessing Maya, and this is Maya being possessed by Dahlia. Maybe Maya is still in the cavern. Maybe Dahlia possessed someone else to kill Elise. And then left, and then possessed Iris, who we've thought this entire time doesn't have any spiritual power. That's why it says that in her profile, in the evidence. Doesn't seem to have any spiritual power. That's meant to throw us off. But she does have spiritual power. And Dahlia can
Fuck, dude, what the shit? Okay.
The woman that's standing there at the witness stand, her real name is...
Oh shit. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Oh no.
Oh no, I'm gonna tear up. Phoenix is having to fucking confront his evil ex-girlfriend. This is actually kind of sad.
Let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Ah! Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. Huh! It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Now why do you have that data on hand right now, buddy? Oh yes, I remember now. That case 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Simps. But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month. So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom. What? Order? Order, order!
Wait a moment! How can you... My sister! She's already dead! What kind of... You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Karain channeling technique flows within that body.
The Karain channeling technique? Now where have I heard that?
That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone, on the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister, where Iris was.
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then... yes.
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. What's that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple.
Two of them?
Even the time of the channeling was planned out, as soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave you this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her. Namely, one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it. However, there's only one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? Oh god, what is this?
Yeah, I need a drink too. Give me 1 second and let me save.
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. It was later that the body was moved by the pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced. But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Huh. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous.
Oh god, what ridiculous thing are you about to say?
Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places?
I'm saving.
I feel like there's something coming up here. Godo unironically reminding people to remember to hydrate. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
So, switch places? To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia. Unless she does, which I think she might. Which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
I think so. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Wait! The earthquake!
Oh? Explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. The earthquake.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about.
No! 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 Closing the game. Ending. Ending stream. Goodbye, everybody. No! No! I don't want to do this! I don't want to do this! I don't want to do this! Because I know exactly who we have to implicate right now, and I don't want to do this! Fuck! No! No! I kind of feel like crying right now! I don't want to implicate him! But I have to! No! No! Save me, chat! No! Please! I don't want to do this!
Maybe Phoenix will say they didn't mean to let it happen.
Hopefully! But still, I don't want to... Oh, I don't want to do this! Because even if we say he didn't mean to let it happen, we still have to out his trauma to literally the entire courtroom. Fuck. I don't want to do this! Ah! No! Oh!
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! I always forget what voice I give to Bikini. Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might...
How could I have... She fled. She escaped.
Fuck, Edgeworth, my poor boy.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
Fuck.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and... Be quiet? Huh?
Oh god.
It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice!
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired.
Oh god, I can't believe Phoenix has to fucking see her again.
Huh! So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
What is going on here? Dahlia Hawthorne.
I never thought we'd meet again. And I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself.
Fuck! 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 Oh! Would I like to save my progress? Yes? Please? Oh my god. Okay. This is a question for G Charizard, if G Charizard is still here. I know that there are 2 trials left. And I can guess what they are. What I want to ask is, how long are they? Because I want to finish this game by the end of this year. And that means I only have 1 Mystery Monday left after today. So the question is, do I play part 2 now? Do I play part 2 and part 3 next week? Part 2 is pretty short, but 4-3 is pretty long. I'm okay to do an extra long stream next week. I think. I'm down to do that. If 4-2 is pretty short, honestly, I think this is a great cliffhanger. So I think I'll leave it. I think I'll leave this short today. Remember, this is me without including dialogue. It's such a good cliffhanger to leave it on, though. I don't know what to do, chat. Perhaps do both next week to build hype for the finale. I'm totally not saying that because I need to get to bed soon. Okay. Alright. I'll do what I originally intended. We'll swap it out. No, let's not continue where we left off. Let's go to the title screen. Oh. This is fucking intense. God. This is like having sex while camping. Fucking intense. I said that in a Twitch chat once and I got a warning. They were like, careful, Zephyr. Don't say that. It was very funny. Oh, well, you're telling me I have to log in? Oh, okay, let me get in. Let me get into Twitch first to see who is online right now, to see who we can raid. What a cliffhanger? Agreed. 5-8, right, that's the token. Remember computer for 30 days. Moth wishes to leave it on cliffhanger because Moth is tired from swimming and Moth's arms are probably going to be immovable. Understandable. That's good. Now, who to raid? We've got a few people. We've got a few people online right now that we could raid. We've got quite a few, actually. Wait, let me move to the ending screen. There we go. So, we've got a few options here. We've got our good old streamer friend, Dead Pixels, playing God of War, playing a God of War game, God of War Ascension is what it's called. We've got Pure Killin, who's playing Apex. we've got Errant, who is playing Library of Ruina? I don't know how that's pronounced. Ruina? I'm not sure. And then we've got Maiden Melody, who is currently streaming the first of the first part of the 5th case. Of the case that we were just doing, Maiden Melody is streaming the first part of it. So who has, any preferences from chat? Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, Rabbit, and everyone else too. But yeah, I don't know who to raid here. So if anyone has a particular favorite of the 4. Listen, chat. If I send you to Maiden Melody, will you promise not to spoil? Don't spoil the game. Pretend like you don't know what's going on. Pretend like this is the first time you're watching this case. Okay? Okay. We'll raid Maiden Melody. Because I've missed raiding her the last couple of weeks. We'll raid her. You said you got spoiled on something? Did that moment already pass? I got spoiled on 2 things in this game. I got spoiled on Elise being Misty, Elise being Maya's mother, and I got spoiled, and obviously the Elise being Misty thing has already passed. I know that already. However, I did get spoiled on something else. I do unfortunately know that there is someone in this case that is involved, that is very involved in this case, that has not turned up yet. Or has not properly turned up. Hasn't turned up as, like, hasn't turned up as a suspect or even a witness. Yeah. Well, I know that there's a key player in this case that hasn't, played their key piece yet. So, hopefully we'll get to that hopefully we'll get to that next stream. The MVP? Yes, I think so, at least. I think so. I saw an image of someone, doing something in the game that has not been shown to me yet. So yeah. I won't give anything, but yeah, that has yet to be said to me. And I don't 100% know how they're involved. I have a theory, but obviously I can't say that. I think I know who you're talking about. You probably do. You probably do. But yes, that is enough for the evening. We will be raiding Maiden Melody today, because it's been a while, and she's playing through the first bit of this case. So don't spoil her with anything that we've learned today, or even the last couple of Mystery Mondays. Okay, chat? Alright. Remember, you can send this raid message to her chat, and if you're a sub, you can send this message instead. I know Zephyrberrybot isn't a sub, so it can't use the emotes, but if you're a sub, you can use them. Don't worry. It's the right spelling. Thank you, everyone, for coming so much today. This was so great. It was so intense. I can't believe we're leaving it on that cliffhanger. But we will be playing again next week, which is Boxing Day for me, and for most people, it will be the end of Christmas Day for them. So, I hope you all have a fun Christmas with me next week, with the final of this case, because this is going to go amazing. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you for chatting. Just, thank you, and I hope to see you all next week. I completely forgot that Boxing Day is a thing. It's only really a thing here because we have cricket on that day. We have a Boxing Day, like, cricket tournament. But thank you. If you're not a part of my Discord, feel free to join it, where you can talk with me and other members of the community. And if you want to follow my social medias, you can do that here, my Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. But thank you, everyone. Give Maiden Melody all your love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!